Hey, everybody, welcome to the live stream. This is Steve Wicks here, your tech guy. And today we're going to go over lighting. We're going to go over lighting, specifically the 3 point lighting setup. Okay. I was talking with a associate of mine, a business professional that I know from LinkedIn, and he asked me about my setup here. He said he really likes my setup, and he was asking me about, the equipment that I use. And I thought, you know what? Let me do a live stream tonight and just kind of go over how I get this image here. Um, it took me a while to kind of put all the pieces together, but I'm pretty satisfied with it. And so I just wanted to share with you guys in this live stream, what my setup is like. And, if anybody catches me live here, for sure, reach out to me. Let me open up and I'm going live with Ecamm Live, the software, so I can see your comments. If you leave a comment on YouTube, I'll be able to see it. Let me just open up that window. There we go. All right. So yeah, just going live here, guys. And I want to do this, a few times, a couple of times a week, go live so that if I catch anybody live, then you have any questions, we can go over things. We could just kind of talk about your content creation journey. I can share with you some of my wins, some of my struggles, and the same. We can just really build a community here to go over it so we can all learn and grow together. All right. But the 3 point lighting system that I want to talk about now, actually, I'm gonna be honest with you. I've got like 6 lights going right now, and I'll show you all the lights and what they do to create what you see here. But the 3 point lighting system is the foundation of it all. So if you've got your 3 point lighting setups, if you got 3 point lighting set up, you're pretty much gonna, guarantee that you look pretty decent on camera if you have that set up. So I want to go over that and just teach the fundamentals. I mean, many of you may know this, but believe it or not, there are a lot of people that are not aware of the fundamentals of lighting and video, especially for talking head videos like this. So that's what I wanted to go over with you today. All right. I think my country accent came out a little bit right there. I'm from Georgia, and so the country is there. Really, it really is. So anyway, let me first talk about what those 3 lights are. There's a big light right here, and that's called the key light. That's the key light. That's the main light source that's coming into my face and lighting my face up. Okay. That's the first light, the key light. The second light is the fill light. And what this light here is doing is it's filling in my face with the light because this is shining here and technically casting a shadow on this side of my face. But what this light is doing is this filling in that shadow. And if I'm turn this light off and I'll show you what I'm talking about. You see there's that shadow here because it's coming from this key light here. This key light is shining down, creating shadow here. So to fill it, now some people leave this shadow because it's a very dramatic look. Like if you watch a movie, you'll see, and it's called the Rembrandt look, where part of your face is shadowed and the other part of your face is lit up. It divides your face, and then this side here that is shadowed is called the Rembrandt effect. But some people leave it like this, but then some people, they want to brighten up their face a little bit, so they add like a key light. And you can add as much of that as you want. You can see I can brighten it all the way up, or I can take it all the way down, which is what I prefer usually, to kind of leave it that way. All right. And in addition to that, so we got these two. We've got what is this called again? I'm going to quiz you. All right. So this is called the key light, and this is called the fill light. Okay. Key, fill, 1, 2. And then the third light in the 3 light lighting system is this light, and it's called the hair light or the backlight. So what this light is doing is it's coming down and catching me right here. You see that little shine on my head here? And it's also catching that chair back here and my shoulder. And what that's doing is that's separating me from the background in the back. And I'll turn that light off and I'll show you what that looks like. So turn this light off. Oh, look at that. You see? Now my chair is just blending into the background. I turn it on and everything pops out, goes dark, pops back out. See? So that's the 3-point lighting system. You've got the key light, you've got the fill light, you've got the hair light, which comes down on your hair, or the backlight. It's just slightly behind you and it comes down on you like this. Lights up your shoulder. And, if you're sitting in a chair, it lights up the chair, separates you from that background. So those are the 3 lights that I have in the 3-point lighting system. Now, I also have additional lighting going on. As you can tell, I've got some accent lights. In the back, I have that lamp back over on this side. All right, that's an accent lamp, and you can see what the effect that is having. And then over, let me see, and I have an app that can kind of controls a few of my lights, not all of them. But I have another light over there that's casting that blue light. Do you see that? Now I can turn that on and off with the Neewer app here. That's the name of the company that produces the light, Neewer, and they have an app. And so I can turn that off. You can see what that does, right? So just to add a little color, little pizzazz, there's this little accent light that I, turn on and off back there in the back. All right. Now that light is an RGB light, and you can actually change colors with that light back there. So I had it with blue light, but I can just go all the way around and I can make it green back there. I can do whatever I want. Okay, and that just kind of changes your look, to whatever you're going for. But I like to have it blue back there. I like the way that looks there. So, and then of course you can go bright, you can come down on it, or you can go all the way up in the brightness, and you can kind of adjust that. That just gives your image just a little bit extra, makes it just a little bit more interesting. Now over here, I can turn that light off, and let me turn the key light off, and let me show you what that does to the image here. Oh, you know what? I forgot to turn on my music. My goodness. Gotta have some music. All right. So anyway, I'm gonna turn off that key light. Look how dark it got. Okay. So you need to have all 3 lights in order to really, if you really want to make your images pop. Those 3 lights are kind of like the bare minimum. Now you can do this a variety of ways. If you don't have, these lights, you can use natural light. Maybe you sit in front of a window during the day, and that will be your key light. And then maybe you have something like a reflector. I've got a reflector here, and you set like a reflector up to bounce. And you can see that light is being reflected. So if you didn't have a fill light over here, maybe you bounce some of that light onto you. And you can see how, you'll see this on a movie set. This is the ways that they manipulate light. So it's just a little small reflector there. Easily you can get those on Amazon, but light is very, very important to control lighting, to control the image that you want to project on your videos. So that's the 3-point lighting system. And I can show you what happens when I turn off the fill light. I did that already. You can see much darker. If I turn this light off, you see what happens there. So now I just got my key light on. Still looks decent. If I was going for a very dramatic look, then I could, pull this off and look this way. But again, if you want, the best scenario, you'd have all your 3 lights going to give you the look, that's professional. And usually people appreciate the 3-point lighting system, and appreciate how you look when you use it. All right. So, I just wanted to kind of go live tonight and talk about that. There's a few other things going on. Yeah, there's the Creator Awards also going on for Rode. And let me show you. You know, Rode is the company that creates the Rodecaster and the Rodecaster Pro 2. And, you know, many other devices. They do microphones. And so they have like the Creator Awards. And that's what's going on right now. They just announced it for 2025. And so if you're a creator, you can go to their website and you can enter to become one of the creators of the year. And there's a panel of judges, and they, you know, if you get to a certain level, then I think the people actually vote on you. I think that's how it works. So that's going on. You might want to investigate that if you're a creator. And I will link in the description, and I will also link on our community page, on the page on YouTube, the links to the lights that I have, so that if you want to purchase them and level up your content, you can just go to our YouTube page and our community page, and I'll have the links there for all the lights that you see here today. All right, so where are we at? Yeah, if you have any questions, if you watch this on a replay, any other videos that I produce, and you have questions about content creation, I did a video recently. I took some photos around Atlanta with the Canon Rebel T6, and man, I really enjoyed taking photos with this camera. It's a 10-year-old camera. It's not new. It's a 10-year-old camera, but man, it really produced some really great images. And you can look at the video on the channel and you can see what I took with this camera. But yeah, this thing here is just pretty awesome, actually. And you know, there's no card in there, but I recently just discovered a lot of the settings on the back here. And if you've got a Canon camera, you're probably familiar with this. But you know, right now I've got it on shutter priority, and that's the TV. When you turn it to TV, then you'll see this screen, and that's the shutter priority. And to move around the screen, you just press the Q, and then from there you can just move around the screen. Let me see if you see how it's moving to the different things you can set. The ISO you can set here. I've got it on auto right now, but you can see the different settings for ISO. And this is just a really great way to have some manual controls over the camera to get like the image that you want to get. But now if you don't want to do all that, there is the auto that works pretty good. It'll automatically detect your scene and try to get those settings done for you. That's a good feature of the DSLRs. But yeah, this is pretty dope. It gave me some pretty good images. I was really satisfied, and you need to check that video out. As a matter of fact, if you haven't seen it, and check out my photos. I'm pretty proud of them, guys. You know, a lot of people, you know, they may not appreciate you know, photography like that anymore, but I like using cameras, video cameras, you know, just any type of camera to capture moments. That's my thing. You know, life is beautiful. It's full of beautiful things and beautiful moments and beautiful people. And I enjoy capturing those. You know, nature, even the things that we create things like this here, Tony Stark, beautiful. It's a toy, but look at the craftsmanship that went into this, right? It's Iron Man. It's a little bobblehead Iron Man, but you know, this is pretty. Let me see if you can see it. Anyway, let me go for the overhead. I love this thing, and it sits here on the desk because I like Tony Stark. I like Iron Man a lot. But I love capturing moments and things, and you know, it's all beautiful, and I love people who are like me, you know, who also like to capture moments, you know, that are special, either in, you know, print photography or in video. So If you have any questions, again, going live here and just hanging out. It's a Tuesday. And let me try to show you that awards too. So I don't know if I did it justice. I'm going to look it up here. It's the Rode Creator of the Year Awards 2025. There we go. All right, let me share. I got too many things open right now. Way too many things open. So I was having some problems here. All right. So yeah, look at that, guys. Creator of the Year Awards. This is a pretty awesome program. And I believe that Tom Buck won last year. He's one of the creators that's down with Ecamm. And I think he won last year. Yeah, there he is right there. If you see him, that's Tom Buck here. But they've got a lot of good prizes, cash, and other prizes. And you just submit your channel. The deadline is October the 30th. And yeah, just submit your entry. And the community votes after, if you get, past the, I guess, the initial screening, then they let the people vote and you become like the favorite creator of the year. So pretty cool program from Rode. Yeah, I like it a lot. Pretty cool of them to do that. So go check them out. That's Rode, RODE, the Creator of the Year Awards. But yeah, this is just a opportunity to go live, and I'll try to do this on a regular basis, just so that if I do have anybody that wants to catch me and ask any questions, or if you want to go over anything, discuss anything, talk about your content creator journey, any of the issues that you have, any of the things that just kind of trip you up, and I can share some of mine too. I have a lot as well. And so looking for people to connect with who are also on a content creation journey. Like I just started this YouTube channel less than a month ago, right? And so, I'm learning a lot as well. And I'm looking for people to go, it's pretty cool when you see content creators like there's Kai Cenat, for example. And I think like people like IShowSpeed, to like come up together in the content game and be on each other's shows, and just that's a pretty cool thing. And when you're able to find other creators to go through this journey with together. And so I'm looking to build that type of community. So stay tuned and shoot me a message if you think that we want to come on and talk about things, and go over things, just hang out or whatever. I'm here for that too. Just looking for people to grow with specifically on YouTube as well. I do a little bit on LinkedIn, but most of the things that I'm doing now is going to be on YouTube. YouTube's got some great things coming out for creators. I'm thoroughly impressed with some of the announcements that they've had, so we'll see how that goes. But anyway, thanks for being with me, hanging out with me on this live stream. That's it for today. Take care, guys, and we'll see you soon. Shoot me a message or leave me a comment. Like and subscribe. Do that. That'd be cool too. All right. See you later, guys. Bye.